Grand Rise. Nagas was good. Y'all miss me? I just took a day for myself to meditate and just, get myself together. You know, there's so many things that's like swirling in my head I want to dump out at y'all, but we're going to break them up. You already know how we do. We're going to break it up. We're going to take them in increments. you know, I always speak on, the addictions of characteristics. I speak on it all the time. And I should have broke this down a little bit more for people to understand. And I said in one of my other videos last week about people being selfish. And I think it sounded like I said I was selfish. But particularly what I was saying, that people who deal in those particular type of energies are selfish. And because they are selfish, that would be the outcome. So if you go back to that point, in the video, that'll manifest for you. How do I know that, right? How do I know y'all was like, yo, that's what he said? Chill. That's how the powers, that's what the skills be like. I just be knowing. All right. Secondly, the addictions of one's character is highly, highly official. Like it's so like, all right. So remember when you was in school, kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade, high school, all that. So when you got in trouble, you got reprimanded by somebody. You had to stand in a corner when you was in the kindergarten, right? When you got a little older, you got in trouble. They sent you to, outside in the hallway or to the office, right? As you got a little older, they put you in after school suspension, right? You get a little older, they start kicking you out of school or sending you to R&E, right? You get out of school and you get in trouble, you go to jail. So it's like they plotting and planning and showing you, this is what it's going to be, right? It's funny. Because incremental science teach you the same thing about yourself. You know what I'm saying? It breaks it down to the molecule of self characteristics, and we're so focused on outside situations, we never focus on ourselves. You never focus on yourself. You think it's okay to be this version that you are today because this is what you came through with life, and now this me. That's just what you believe, and that is not true. That is far from the fact. You are falsifying your own reality. You know what I'm saying? Contingencies to the value of any individual person created by the divine and divine pretense, the children, i.e. Nagas, children of the sun, people who produce some form, even at least a percentage of melanin, that have a lot of knowledge of conscious awareness, that can think for themselves. And you know something, you feel something, you would be understanding the counterpart, the contrastal aspect to the existence. Yeah, in life, everything outside of you is levels up into you, because the world studies you to build the world. The world studies you to build the world. So divine made it set to where your characteristic traits that was given to you from birth was supposed to grow. They're supposed to grow and manifest around you to be a particular way. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. But it didn't happen. That didn't happen. What happened was things got in your way. People did stuff, you know what I'm saying, which made you change to somebody else. People did things to make you pick up other things you saw around you, and you attach these characteristics to you like Mr. Potato Head. You was like, boop, 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 that's me now. And then you started growing with that on you, and that became your integrity, because it was what you started doing behind your closed doors. Oh, they're not going to play me. I'm not this, I'm not that. It's going down. Oh, they think this, they think that. Oh, this girl gonna say this or da-da-da-da. All that you did in your house. Oh, niggas want to smoke? All this that you did growing up. The beef, the anger, the processes of your family, the failures, the gratitudes, the wins, the losers, all of that build you. It made you what you looking at in the mirror today, the scars and all that. We get to a point in our life where we agree with all that. We like, nah, the scars is what made me. It's not true. The scars is what you went through. Yeah, as I walk through the valley with a shadow of death, I feel no evil. Yeah, as I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I feel no evil. Heard? So yeah, we've been walking through these shadows of death before we understood anything. And you had no fear. Or you had fear and you still went through it. But you didn't go through that right. You didn't go through that with the divine. You go through that trying not to have no fear. You know what I'm saying? So you didn't walk everything with the divine. Like you didn't get in trouble and somebody's in your face and you said, divine, go before me right now. You didn't do that. You said, BICTH, NIGGA, MOTHERFUCKER. You BICTHASS. You did all that. You didn't call on divine. You even might have called your brother or somebody. You might have did that, or you might have just came out your own way, but you did not stop whatever you was doing with through the iniquity of your life and say, divine, go before me first. It's not what happened. So how do you look at your stories? What's your stories about? Like what? I want to see you tell a story that really effed you up. You know what I'm saying? That really effed you up. And if you could tell that story with a straight face, you haven't learned yet. No. I said that wrong. If you could tell that story with a straight face, you've learned a little something. The emotional value of the most painful things, they're going to stick with you unless you're a liar. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's something else to deal with. People hide stuff really, really good, and then they portray. This is why it's so hard to really tap into the divine energy for the most part. And you hear people spewing things they've heard other people say. A lot of people up here do that. They spew things they heard a lot of other people say because it's hitting. They like, oh, they getting attention. Let me say what they said. And those are particular characteristics of people who just don't look at themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like you just will not sit down and study you. You are the biggest book on the effing planet. Study yourself. And the chapters in there about you is deep. Because yes, you all those things. Liar, cheater, stealer, all that. Your chapters is deep. But imagine when you start going through your life facing yourself and you got to fight with you. You got to shake it up with you. Yeah, you got to shake it up with you. All the things that normally come to you, you got to balance that out. You got to be a whole different energy opposed to how you believe or remember you was when you was an infant and regrow yourself inside of you as an adult. Science, like real, like have you ever thought, like, you know, everybody want to walk around with this, I went through this in life. Yeah, I went through a lot in life. And I ain't never sell out my people. My people did me heinous. Dirty. And I ain't never sell out my people. I let they people tell me to shh. Let me say that. Yeah, it's a fact. And I ain't never sell out my people. The morale will be low. Once you understand these things that are taking place to you, and what they did to the baby that merged into you, you go back into your conscious and you find that little dude that's buried under those clothes inside of you. All that stuff that you are now, you dig through all that, you find him. You find her. And when you find her, you find him, you hug him and embrace him and squeeze him and tell him you're sorry that you left him. Tell him you're sorry. And watch him make you feel something now. Shake your whole existence. I'm going to get into another bill. I ain't going to keep going because this can get deep right here. But you got to do that in order to see your true self. Otherwise, you're still riding the wave. NAGA.